Howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. This is a tag I've made up myself, and it's not a long one or anything. I'm going to tag just 3 people. And the thing is to tag 3 people you really kind of respect and admire for how they handle life situations. I'm calling this tag Positive Affirmations of Life. And so, like I said, it's only got 5 questions, and we'll get started. Number 1, how do you handle the stress of life? You know, for me, I try to block it out and not overthink on it. Only think on it for a certain amount of time. I've taken to just recently writing down questions, concerns, you know, kind of like a little business meeting we have in the morning with our coffee. We address stuff that needs to be done, calls need to be made, what's going on, and then, you know, we do what we have to do, and then we carry on with life. I also listen to music and paint and do my crafts, or I'll get into a book or watch a happy movie, something like that. How do you deal, number 2, how do you deal with setbacks in life? With me, I try to kind of digest the whole situation. That usually will take me sometimes a little bit of time, depending on how much of a setback. Deal with it emotionally, and then either find a new route or let that idea go and come up with something new, but never give up hope. Number 3, what is your philosophy of life? My philosophy is not to judge, because there's only one person who can judge us. For me, it's God. You know, and also do unto others as you would have done unto yourself, and you know, and I believe that, you know, what goes around comes around, you know, as far as karma. Number 4, what do you admire about other people? Qualities that maybe you admire. I'm not talking about possessions they own or anything, but qualities that you admire about other people. I admire how some of my friends handle some very stressful situations, how they keep positive outlook, how they, you know, don't become so bitter about life, and that they never give up. And number 5, how do you keep positive? For me, I look at, even if it's kind of like I'm a little drop of water in a bucket compared to an ocean, and our problems on a grand scale are so small and minute compared to so many other people. And, you know, even looking at people that live in other countries that would give anything to live in this RV, because maybe they live in a little cardboard shack, you know, and have no running water, no food, you know, and are just struggling to even have a cup of rice to divide between 8 of them in a family. No medical care, to never know what it's like to have clean water to drink. You know, I mean, that's really a sad thing to see. And, you know, or in countries where there's so much war going on and stuff that you never know if you're going to survive the next day, you know. Or there's countries where there's the gangs are so active, and the drug activity is so severe and stuff that you don't dare leave your home ever, you know. Even parts of this United States where there's a lot of gangs in the neighborhood and stuff, you just, you know. So I just keep positive and try to work on feeling very blessed, and once in a while I'll have an off day, but, you know, sometimes even writing down the positive each day helps, you know, you reaffirm that. So those are my 5 questions. Do you want to answer them, hon, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you start over real quick with the
Now
questions?
Brad's gonna answer them. He's one of the people that I was gonna tag, but he doesn't do videos. So I'll just ask him. And how do you handle stress?
I try to go to my happy place, which whatever I'm doing, you know, I mean, I try to come up with the best solution for it, and my biggest problem is I overanalyze. But, you know, sometimes just getting outside, you know, looking at nature, and that relaxes me a lot. Fishing relaxes me a lot. Getting lost in a good book relaxes me a lot. You know, so just find other...
Watching Heroes.
Watching Heroes, yes.
How do you handle setbacks in life?
Try to figure out what we can do to overcome them. You know, I mean, we've had several setbacks, and you know, it's kind of funny because when you're going through stuff and it just seems like it's the most catastrophic event in history, and then you look back on it 5 years later and it was like, well, what was the big deal on it? You know?
Yeah.
And just do the best I can to remedy it.
Yep. What is your philosophy of life?
You set your own tone. If you wake up in the morning and think, oh, it's going to be a really crappy day, then it's going to be, you know. And I look at it where if I wake up in the morning and if I have a pulse, and it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
You know, God gave us another day, so make the most of it and enjoy it. And you know, I've noticed that I've noticed over the years that the negative people, they're always negative.
Yeah.
You know, and it's their fault. You know,
or it's always everybody else's fault on anything that happens in their life. Yeah.
You know, but they never make changes, or they never have a positive attitude. Okay.
Number 4, what do you admire about other people?
I admire the tenacity of some people, the stick-to-itiveness. I admire people who can keep such a positive attitude. There was a friend of mine that passed away about 5 years ago, and he was he had MD, and you know, he was in a wheelchair, and you know, but he was always just so upbeat, so positive, and everything. And then another friend of mine was he was always a pretty good athlete, and he got a disease, and they had to amputate both of his legs. And I was just, he's such an inspiration. I was just so floored that, you know, people like most people, or a lot of people, would act like, well, their life is over, you know, why is this happening to me? You know, and he is just so incredible, you know, with his attitude and his faith and his strength and everything. And, you know, I really admire people that can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you keep positive? That's number 5.
That's number 5. You know, it's this too shall pass, you know? I mean, it's going to, you know, things are going to turn around eventually. I mean, you know, if you want to look at it as bad luck or whatever, you know, it's going to, sorry, I didn't mean to step on your foot. I mean, things will change, you know? And as long as you're doing everything you can to change them.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's not going to be, whenever you're in a bad situation, as long as you don't as long as you don't have the mentality of, oh, this is never going to get fixed, you know, you're going to be able to fix it eventually.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to come around.
It'll all come out in the wash, as my great-grandmother used to say. Okay, so those are the 5 questions, and I will put them, they will be in the description. If you're not tagged and you're watching this and you want to do it, great. It doesn't mean that I don't think highly of you. It's just I decided just to tag 3 people. But as many people want to do it as possible, great. If you want to give me the answers in your comments, or if you want to do a separate video, let me know you've done a separate video. But I'm tagging Angie on YouTube. I'm tagging the neighbors. And I would like to have both Kevin and Val answer these. And I'm also tagging Marcy on Wednesday. And I will let you guys know you've been tagged. So there you have it. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.